Hello in the next episode. In today's video I'm going to repair Nintendo Switch Normal, which came in for the motherboard and the touchscreen repair. So my customer, his friend, he did attempt to repair and he tried to do something on the motherboard, and the main problem now is just the screen is a little bit scratched and my customer, he wants me to replace it. And another thing is I need to fix the motherboard. So let's fix it.
Before we continue with the repair, a quick word from today's sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is celebrating its 12th anniversary with a colorful campaign created for makers, engineers, and electronic enthusiasts around the world. PCBWay offers custom PCB manufacturing and assembly, as well as CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, and 3D printing services. Their website also lets you quickly configure your project and receive an instant online quote. During the anniversary campaign, you can access special discounts, free solder mask color options, and additional rewards, giving you even more ways to bring your electronic projects to life. Visit PCBWay's anniversary page using the link in the description to see all the current offers. And now let's get back to fixing this Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so this is the Switch. And I think it's still working. This switch is actually working. But there is no picture at all, even at the angle. Alright, so it looks like the tape wasn't inserted properly. Let's check this. And yes, that was the reason why we had no display at all. But at this time the touchscreen won't work because I didn't connect the game card reader. Okay, that's fine. But the main problem was different. Yeah, the main problem was the console didn't work. The console didn't display the picture on the TV while it was in the docking station. So let me just see the other side, because I know that the friend of my customer, he messed something around. Okay, I can see some flux residue. This chip doesn't look straight to me. Okay, so I can see what is wrong with it. Yeah, now I'm just wondering why so much flux here. This chip is not soldered properly. We've got missing components, missing resistor, missing capacitor. Yeah, we can definitely fix it. Okay, so let's fix this first. Okay, so what I just done, I just checked, I just wanted you to see the other side of this chip, and this chip looks like it never been tinned before, so this basically is a brand new chip. But what we need to do, you just need to add some solder on the pads. Okay, so I just need to remove excess of solder from the ground pad. I'm just going to press gently in the middle of the chip, and I'm going to heat it up with hot air. You see that blob of solder? Okay. And one more time here. Okay. So this is the excess. So this is the excess of the solder from the ground spot, and here the same. So I just need to use the soldering iron to remove it. Okay, so now I'm going to rub some components of the donor board, because I've got plenty of them. So I don't need to, worry about the value of this cap or this resistor. So I just wanted to borrow. Alright, so now I just need to use hot air, 470 degrees, and at this time airflow is like 30%. I don't want to blow the components of the board. Alright, so the multimeter in the beep mode. Alright, so let's check if we got a continuity here. Yes. Here, no. And here we've got a continuity. So that's perfect. And what I'm going to check. So multimeter in the diode mode. Black probe on the ground, and let's check here. And because the motherboard is still warm, we've got reading like 1.4, 1.4, 1.4, 1.4, 1.4, the same 1.4, and this one is 1.4 and 1.4. From my experience, I know that the reading on this cap before the last one, it should be lower than the others, but we've got all the same results. So we've got 1.4 and 1.4 is here. Maybe when it's cooled down, we can see the different values. So I'm going to use my tail insertion tester. And let me see. This port, it has to be replaced as well. It's very, very loose, I think. Yeah, this port has to be replaced as well, because it's very, very loose. It's probably melted inside. Someone has melted the port. Okay. Let me find the new port. now. Now it's perfect. Okay. So it looks like everything is good. But we need to test it anyway. Okay, we've got a light here. But we have no picture. So it's working in my docking station, testing 1, but it doesn't work with this. So this is my docking station. And now we will see. Okay. Okay. And we have picture. We have picture. Okay. Let's check the resolution. The firmware is the latest. That's fine. That's fine, but something is wrong with his docking station. I'm not sure if he wants to fix it or not. But Nintendo is working fine in my docking station. Okay. The resolution is automatic. Let's try 1080p. And 1080p is already on. Okay, that's fine. This is what I need to know. I need to contact to my customer and check if he wants to fix it or no. Okay, so my customer, he wants to fix the docking station, but first I'm going to replace the screen because the friend of my customer, he scratched it. If someone wants to play in handheld mode, you know, the screen can be frustrating. Okay, so I got a brand new touch screen. Oops. Yeah, it's got a protection film on it, so it's good. Very good. Alright, so I just need to warm it a little bit. Alright, so now I can assemble it back. Alright, so I'm going to connect his docking station one more time before I fix it. Before I will fix it. So it's connected. And still the same. Still the same, no picture at all. Alright, so let's fix his docking station. Okay, so what I will do, I have no more time to this. I've got good working motherboard. I'm going to fit it. And I will come back to the faulty motherboard later when I got the time. Okay. Here is our switch. Let's check now. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the switch has been fixed and the docking station, the motherboard has been replaced because I had no time because I'm in a rush now and I need to finish this job as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe and see you next time.